Hello all, welcome back to another Dragon Ball Z Dokkan battle video. So today, I'm going to be doing this Android 17 burst mode. Let's see how it goes. This one's actually a little weird, I was looking through here, and I noticed, you can actually get a lot of points. There's a lot more options on this than usual. I don't know how, you can see it's going by 50%, so there's just so many options with different point values and stuff, so it's kind of interesting to see that they're adding more variety that way. But I'm not sure how hard this is going to be, so I don't want to, juice it up too much. We're already 1,200, 1,000-ish points, something like that, in that ballpark, because usually you're trying to aim for 6,000. And you know what, I can actually, let me check the missions, right? What are you aiming for this time? Just 6,000, yeah. Okay. Well, yeah, I guess we'll just jump in like this. I don't know about, the team is pretty strong, but I don't necessarily know about making it any weaker. If we only do AGL and physical or something, I don't know about our actual prospects of winning. So I decided, this team's a bit, kind of strong, but might as well get some more play time with these two. They're pretty fun. Oops. All right, but yeah, we're just gonna jump right in. We'll see how we get this goes.
All right, let's do this.
I don't really know, because we got it 1,200 points higher than what you need. But then again, it looks like you go up to 9,000 points or something like that this time around. So I'm not sure. Interestingly enough, I think this might be the first time. I'm pretty sure this is the first time they've had so many options. I wonder if that's going to be a thing continuously, or if it was just this time for some reason. However, unfortunately, we have both these UIs on the same rotation. We'll just rotate the friend one off. We'll do that. Do that. And then we're not going to be able to win this whole team. Oh well. We'll do that. They should be able to cook. Good old UI. This team is just so good. I recently beat the, it's one of the hardest, if not the hardest stages on Global currently, that Blue Evolution Evo can fight sort of thing, just stat wise. And it has dodge canceling and everything, but I haven't tried it with a bunch of teams, but Universe Survival Saga units just make that stage such a joke. I literally just ran in there with six EZA LRs and a friend lead tech UI since I don't have my own, and it just absolutely obliterated it. It was insane. These guys are all just so absolutely busted, and you know what? I love it. I cannot wait for more of the EZAs and stuff. Whenever it frees up EZAs, that should be pretty fun. Yeah, because he's a stacker, which is pretty nice. But he also has dodge built in. He has damage reduction built in. You can use it active literally immediately, and stuff like that. So he's just a really good designed unit. We'll just keep them in slot one, I guess. So his EZA, I imagine they'd have to go out of their way, I think, to just give him the bare minimum. But other than AGL Bardock and, in my opinion, Strength Super Vegeta, they've pretty much done an extremely good job with every EZA this year. I've seen some people say Tech Gohan EZA too early and that his EZA was bad, and I don't understand it. I feel like that just has to be cope because they don't like the unit, right? Because I mean, just use the unit, right? Just literally just use the unit, you know? I mean, that's all I gotta say to that. He just, I mean, you're like 3 appearances in, you know, and he's like a million defense with guard. Is that good? I mean, I don't know. I would say so, but you know, apparently. So who knows, right? Yeah, the hate for that unit's always been so like contrived. I don't get it. Um, Especially because like in the past, I somewhat understood like the angle of, well, you got to think that a lot of the people, you know, there's always been a bit of a divide in the community of, you know, what's a better play style, you know, offensive or defensive. I'm more of a defensive player. I'm just outright. Uh, but with that being said, like, I mean, I still value my attacking units. Like, I'm not just like saying, oh yeah, if they do more attack, it doesn't matter. Like, yeah, if you even like, I mean, glass cannons have their purpose, right? As a defensive player, if they have weaker defense but they're doing a tremendous amount of damage, like that does matter. Like, I mean, he's not a good example of it, but like, he's not a glass cannon, but like Broly, right? He does just so much more damage than like everyone else, and it's like I value that a lot. You know, it's just throwing out 20 million after 20 billion after 20 million after 20, like on and on and on. Like that's insane. Like he's really good. So I value both playstyles, even though I am more of a defensive playstyle person. But that being said, in the past, like when he came out, it was like, you know, there was him, there was like Strength Cooler. I think Super Saiyan Blue Kaioken was out around that time. You know, Int Gogeta, stuff like that. And so it's like, I don't know. I don't understand how he could be like, because in the past he didn't really do damage, and I get that from the perspective of people who are offensive mainly players, that like if he's not really doing damage, I don't like him as a unit. And you know what? Fair enough. But like, I mean, he does damage now too. Like he's, you know, if you're shooting out like for like 14 million attack stats or some shit like that, like I'd say that's pretty good damage personally. I guess people would disagree. I don't know. But yeah, I don't know. I do gotta try more teams. I do want to try him in that fight, I guess, because you know maybe he doesn't like build up fast enough or something. But I don't. They cooked with this easier. That's my opinion, right? I think they've cooked with everyone, but Bardock especially, and in my opinion, Super Vegeta. I feel like I shouldn't have to say in my opinion Super Vegeta, but there are some people who say he's like underrated and stuff. And you know, if you get value and fun out of the unit, I'm happy about that. But as someone who, you know, was playing when the character dropped and, you know, got him not too long after he dropped and stuff, and I mean, he absolutely dominated the game on release. It was only for like a month or something. But he was absurd. And you could throw him in Salt 1. And now he's just, I mean, he does like 1 or 2, you know, slightly above the current average attack stats, and then just, he like dies, right? He has 500 like 50k defense with guard for the first 5 turns. Like that's not. I mean, I was really, when I saw his details, I was like, oh my god, I was so hyped. Or I guess when I saw he was EVA, not his details. Because I mean that was just like, I'm a big Super Vegeta, you know, I'm a big Vegeta fan in general, so that was so hype. And then I don't know, like, I guess they stayed true to say anything about it. They stayed true to his original design, I guess, but I don't really like they could have stayed true to his. If they had his like exact kit, but also made the guard permanent, and then, you know, had him like build up damage reduction or something. Not even like a lot. Like just give him like a bit more defense somehow. Like a damage reduction before, even if they want to make him like the sort of pan slot unit, of he's really good defensive before he attacks, but after he attacks, he could get caught. I'd even be fine with that, really, but he just he wants to be put in slot 1, but he can't be put in slot 1. That's such a problematic design because it's not even true to the initial design, really, because that's sort of what he wanted before, but except in the past he could be put in slot 1 safe foot, right? And he can't. He can't now. So it's just they didn't even stay true to the initial design. He needed to be a bit stronger. But otherwise they cooked. So that whenever that Frieza, I still got like one of those tickets from when I did spend at some point a decent bit on this game, but I haven't really at all this year. But I do have one of those like SSR Force tickets or whatever the hell it is, still with that Frieza's on, and I think I have like one dupe in them. So whenever they announce his EZA, I'm looking forward to it. I think he should be pretty good. And speaking of EZAs that I think should be pretty good, I guess even though I don't really care too much for Z Broly as a character, I am really liking that we are about to get the EZA for, I guess I can't say 4-pack, right? But that TUR like Broly from like I think it's 2021 Sand Day, he showed EZA, and I expect him to be extremely good. He's a stacker, he has damage reduction already and stuff. Like he has crits and stuff already, additionals. Like he should be pretty good. So I'm looking forward to that. He should be a lot of fun. There's a lot of EZAs to really look forward to, and super EZAs and stuff. They've been cooking this year. I don't know what the hell happened last year, honestly. They made so many poor choices last year. And this year, it's just like they've made banner choice after banner choice, except for AGL Frieza, Pod Frieza. He hasn't gotten any buffs, really, except Turles. Turles is about to drop in just a few hours here, actually. So that EZA technically does help, but he still needs a lot more, which is why I'm really confident. I don't want to hype myself up too much. I'm not, well, how do I word this correctly? I don't know if hype myself up is necessarily the right term to use, because I guess I'll come out and say the first thing first. I'm pretty confident myself that Part 2 is going to be Bojack and Super Saiyan 2 Gohan. If you ask me, it'd be Dokkan Best Bojack and Carnival, like Super Saiyan 1 Gohan and the Super Saiyan 2. That's what I'm thinking. We'll see what happens, but they literally buffed every other unit this year so good, and like in one celebration, they spread they're buffing several categories at once every single time this year. Like, I have to believe that they were doing that. Like, they've been doing so good with that. I have to believe that they don't just fuck up for Frieza for like zero reason at all, right? Like, why would Frieza be the only unit that it's like, what was the idea here? I don't think they're gonna fraud out. I really trust them to do him justice. So he does need terrifying contours. So I think it's almost assuredly going to be a Bojack Part 2 with that strength TUR Bojack EZA and stuff. So I really do like traditional villains, and I'd be a lot more hyped for DBZ Broly if we didn't just get DBS Broly. Like, I really like DBS Broly. I summoned for him, right? I got 2 dupes in him. I really wanted him. He's the only one I came on the anniversary with, but he's the one I really wanted, so I'm okay with that. But that being said, it's like, okay, if you look at it like logically, like there's only so many slots for extreme units in a year. Like, they do more super units because just factually it makes them more money if they do more super units. It's just like, they're trying to make money. So it is what it is, right? But And with that being said, it's like, I get that Broly is a Saiyan, you know, that sells well, but he's a Saiyan, right? He doesn't have all these villain links, you know, big bad bosses, search for conquest, stuff like that. Like, if they want to give it to him, I'd be a lot more happy, but like, they haven't done it in the past ever, so I don't expect them to start now. But hey, I will gladly walk it back and stuff, and you know, summon for Broly if he does actually if he's actually really good for villains, you know. But I don't expect it. It's just the thing of like, I'm fine with like one Broly, you know, in a year. Like that's cool by me. But like, why are we, you know, getting so many Brolys? That's what my thing is. It's like, and if part 2 is movie 10, like, imagine our 3 major. Hell, we imagine, right? 3 of our major extreme class unit slots, you know, Dokkan Best LR, Carnival LR, are Broly, and the other one is Jiren. Like that's kind of, you know, it'd suck. I mean, Super Bosses has been really taken care of as the anniversary category this year, so I mean that makes sense. But like every other, if you're not Super Bosses as a villain team, you're just, I mean the boot team actually, to be fair. But besides those two, like you're not running any other extreme teams. Whereas with super teams, you can run a decent variety, I would say. So it just, I'm really hoping that they decide to cook and make. I mean, I know one would summon for a Dokkan Fest or Carnival Bojack on his own, but like paired with, you know, Gohan, like they definitely can, and I'm confident they will. Let's hope they do, because I don't know. Another thing there is like, I get Z Broly fans have wanted him for a while in the game, but it's like, if you think about it logically, if they do movie 8 Broly now, and then they go right into movie 10 Broly, I know it's been like 3 years since the TR Broly and like 5 years since the LR Broly, but like, if you get all the Brolys you can right now, all their EJs and stuff, it's gonna be like that long of a wait again. I don't see the logic if you're a Broly fan and wanting literally everything Broly to be dropped right now. Like, I say that as a Vegito fan, right? It was 2020 where we got Vegito Blue, Super Vegito, and it was Super Saiyan 4 Xeno Vegeta for the Dragon Ball Heroes crossover. And that was so hype as a Vegito fan, getting 3 Vegetos in 1 year. Except he disappeared from the game after that point for 3 years. And the next card he gets is an absolute, like, I mean, he was good for 1 power creep and immediately got aged out. And the ECAs they had between that, the free-to-play LR Vegito and Tech Vegito, they were both mid as hell. So it's like, I'm saying that from the perspective of someone who's had that happen to him. Of, got everything for the unit I wanted in 1 year, and then I had to wait a long time. And after the long time comes, then the unit that comes out is bad. Like, I don't see why. I just have, I guess if you're thinking in the short term, like just enjoyment for now, but I like to think of things in long term perspective. So I wouldn't want another year of, you know, constant Vegetos, and I don't see why a Broly fan would want a year of constant Brolys, because you're just, Broly's gonna disappear after that. You know, I don't know why you, as a Broly fan, you'd want that. But I don't know. That's just my opinion. This has been pretty easy so far. That's why I've just been sort of yapping away about stuff going on in the game currently. This team is, I mean, there's not too much to say about this team, right? It's just, team's just good. Like, it's just good. You know, Universe Rival Saga, I don't expect we're gonna die, right? It's not, if anyone's gonna get caught, it's gonna be that physical super, not physical super 17, that's just physical 17. The TR1. He's the only one who can get caught. I don't expect him to, though. Like, we're chilling. I guess we could technically, but this is the third phase. We're almost through it. It's just this team is just so fucking strong. I saw the other, the other mission was Otherworld Warriors, and that's just comedy. That's why I started getting into the EZA talk and Frieza talk and stuff at first, anyway. Is because I did look at the Otherworld Warriors sort of category before deciding to do the Universe Survival Saga one. And I mean, we got the new AGL Super Sentai Goku, but like the category is kind of dead as hell. I mean, that's Frieza's right there. That's why I started talking about him. Whenever his EZA comes, he'd be a nice buff to a small category like that. But yeah, it's not not looking good for the team right now. We'll keep it like that. So here we are, just absolutely demolishing stuff with good old classic Universe Survival Saga. I'm really thinking, I mean, this year's been focused on like Super a lot. And they were focusing on movies quite a bit in like 2022, 2023. And we're about to have a movie celebration now, but I feel like, and I could be wrong, but I get the feeling that next year, there's just so much Spains we need from Z that we haven't gotten in a while. Like, how the hell doesn't Final Form Frieza have a Dokkan Fest yet? 10 years in, nearly, right? It doesn't. Full Power Frieza has one, right? The Transforming Frieza has one. Pod Frieza, just got his. Golden Frieza has. Where the hell is Final Form Frieza, right? There's so much they can do with Frieza. They can make 50 Frieza cards from Namek and still make 50 more. I'm not saying they should. I wouldn't want them to, but I mean they could. There's so much animation to take them. They haven't touched them in so long. Like, I don't understand. Cell needs new cards. They haven't. I mean, they did for 2022 that Golden Week, but that was kind of. But I mean, they still have a lot to touch for Cell. We still haven't gotten a Kid Buu out. Like we need a new Buu hunt. Like the point I'm getting at is I'm pretty confident that next year is just going to be focused on Z. And we'll see what happens. But I feel like next year is the year of Z. I really hope so. That'd be really hype. Although we are also going to get a lot of Daima, I imagine. Right? So maybe they'll also do like a bunch of Z and maybe like a GT Worldwide next year. We'll see. Overall, the game, it's so crazy that there's just, this game's been going on so long and it's just constantly more stuff to look forward to. The lifespan of this game, like, I really don't think they're killing it anytime soon. Of course, it really does depend somewhat on if they ever decide to, and by they, I mean if Shueisha stops being, jackasses and decides to, like, actually put out the anime. Because I'm pretty confident at this point. I read into it a while back. I did some, research and stuff. But it has been a little bit, so you can take this with a grain of salt. But essentially, it's just like the guy, I forget his name. Oh, what the hell? We died? Oh, no way. How did we die? What? You gotta be shitting me. Here I have been yapping away, and we just died. No shot. Oh, no way. No fucking way. Oh, no. You gotta be kidding me. This is so tanky, and we're just, like, slowly but surely going through, and then that... Oh, no. Guys, I'm not gonna lie. I'm turning the damn introduction down. That's the only change I'm making, but I'm doing it. I don't even care. It's happening. Oh no. That was so tanky, and I was just, a good way to get a little yap fest in. And there's no way. I can't believe that shit. I'm not even gonna lie. I was entirely looking away, but it must have been Evoken, right? Evoken must have gotten caught. That's so bullshit. We were so far. Oh my god. Okay. Well, I guess we're gonna grind back to that point, huh? I'll get Blue Evolution. Yeah, we'll do this. You know what? Why not? Let's do this. Actually, that'll give him the buff. So that'd be nice to see. And we're not gonna be able to get this full key, but oh well. But yeah, what I was saying before, essentially, as far as I understand, and like I said, I forget his name, but he started the like Capsule Corp company or something. You probably know who I'm talking about. What I saw was essentially there was like a growing sort of thought from within that the top executives at Shueisha were mishandling the Dragon Ball IP. Like, there was so much more they could be doing, and they were just fucking around and sitting on a cash cow for no reason. And I mean, that's how the fans feel, so, that's true. Like, I don't even know if I have to... I mean, it's just facts, right? But because of that, there was some debate about whether or not to, change things up, rights and stuff, but while they were like waiting for some of that to get solved, and everyone's gonna forget his name, but the man I was referring to earlier decided to push ahead, really without his superior's approval, the Sandland movie that happened, which I do admit I actually know nothing about Sandland besides this, so take that with a grain of salt, but he started working on the Sandland thing, and it was already too late to stop him essentially, but his superiors were kind of pissed, so they like demoted him. But Akira Toriyama, rest in peace, GOAT, majorly impacted my life. Obviously, I'm sitting here playing a Dragon Ball game for YouTube, but no, Akira Toriyama, he essentially, from the guy doing that, he really liked that. So he was pushing for this man to start his own company, and they could just try to get the rights over to him over some time. That way, the Dragon Ball IP would be better handled for the future. Because obviously Akira Toriyama cared about his like legacy. His soul. I mean, Dragon Ball's impacted so many lives. And he's the creator. The father of it, whatever. So obviously he cared about its future and stuff. But they were fucking around, and he hated to see that. So he was essentially pushing this guy to start his own company. And he did, that Capsule Corp company thing. Essentially to be the main, people for everything Dragon Ball. And, the guy and Shueisha have been locked into a sort of battle over the Dragon Ball rights for so long, which is why we've been getting, like, the movie every couple of years, or, we have Daima coming out this year, but that's why it's actually been kind of quiet, in quotes, for Dragon Ball, despite how big of an IP it is. It's simply because people want to do more with the IP, but Shueisha is just, dicking around. So, they were locked in this battle, and then unfortunately, that's, Akira Toriyama passed away. So now, as the last time I looked into this situation, it was essentially they're just still fighting about who gets the rights, but they're planning on bringing in Toriyama's family to represent his wishes. I mean, he already made his wishes well known, but essentially they're trying to get it to go faster. So, I mean, I guess there is still the possibility Shueisha ends up keeping it in the end, but someone who does care more about the IP and stuff is trying to get the rights. And so hopefully, in a few years' time, we're just having a bunch of stuff constantly for Dragon Ball. But right now, we're waiting for internal corporate bullshit to be solved, unfortunately. Here we go. Okay, this is the second phase, right? We're moving a bit quicker now that I turned that damn introduction on. I tell you what, I was not about to keep it 100% with you guys. I can yap for a while, but like, I'm not about to, I wasn't about to sit here for like another 30 minutes on this burst mode because it actually goes away pretty soon, so. Because I was pretty slow about getting to it, that's my fault, but, I do need to actually get it done before it goes away. So yeah. You might have actually caught when I was at the beginning that it only had 4 hours left, or like 3 hours, something like that. So we do have enough time technically, but I do want to actually make sure to finish it with plenty of time to spare. So that's why I turned on the damn introduction. Otherwise, I'd just ran another attempt with the damn introduction. But yeah, I'm hoping that I'm summoning on Cell Max right now. I've been doing them off camera, or video, however you want to say. Listen, there's a few summons I have done. I've only done like 3 summons. I haven't gotten really anything. I actually did a summon in a video. I don't know when it'll come out. But I haven't had too much summon luck recently. I'm hoping that my current thought process is unless Z Broly is really good for villains in some way, whether it's he has a really easy target skill or they actually give him big bad bosses like he should have, because that only makes fucking sense. But they didn't give it to Super Broly, so I don't know. Although to be fair, Super Broly is actually, I can sort of get it with Super Broly, to be fair, because he's not really a villain. He's just like, a manipulated guy who's angry over losing a loved one. But I mean, not Paragus was, evil and stuff. But anyway, it does make sense for that, but it's just still kind of silly seeing that really Chilai and Lambo, had big bad bosses then, and you get the memes of Chilai doesn't have it either, so obviously we gotta wait for that Lemo big bad bosses card. Obviously it's coming at some point. But no. If they actually treat Broly like a villain, that could get me to summon. Or if he, he has a different sort of, if he had a target skill or a domain, although domains are kind of, I mean, you guys know how domains are. There's a lot of them for the villain teams. Which is, it's, I'd rather have more, I guess, but they really should be able to override each other and shit. But I guess if you're not really running Dragon Ball Super Broly, if there was a domain on Dragon Ball Super Broly, it wouldn't really be an issue. But I'm just looking for some sort of villain help. So if he looks like he's gonna be villain help, I'll summon for him then. Or if Goku is leading some pretty good categories or something, maybe I'll summon for him. But otherwise, I'm more or less planning to at least not go deep into part 1. I'm not gonna say I won't summon, because that's, I'm not gonna sit here and lie with a straight face. Come on, AG, cool. I don't know how true that is. I mean, that trailer the other day, I'm not a Z Broly fan. That shit was hype. So I'm not gonna sit here and say I'm not going to summon, right? But I'm probably not gonna go deep. We'll see. I'm either gonna do like a couple and somewhat save for part 2, or depending on what part 2 is, maybe I'll even just more or less focus on year 10, because that'll be in late January, early February this year for us, since we're going to be on the JP schedule, so that's nice. But yeah. Which makes you wonder, you know, how exactly are they going to handle next year and going forward, right? With Global's anniversary now, I mean, if we're celebrating with JP, it's a whole slot, you know, just sort of. They're still going to my opinion is they're still going to celebrate Global anniversary, and I think they're going to do that in one of two ways. Either they're going to sort of rename, I guess, the Worldwide Download Celebration into Global Anniversary and keep it in its current slot, commemorate it, you know, sort of right now. I mean, it's like a month later, but still. So they're either going to like commemorate it like now in this sort of time slot, or they're going to just move Worldwide to Global Anniversary and just call it Global Anniversary, and we're not going to have Worldwide anymore. I mean, technically, it doesn't really make sense to have a worldwide celebration when, you know, we're going to be worldwide, you know, anyway, constantly, right? So we're all going to be on the same schedule. So I'm not sure how they're going to handle it. It'll be interesting to see some of the stuff like that. Pretty exciting times we're moving into, though. That is the one thing I'm finally, you know, I'm glad the wait is finally over, either way. You know, that we finally are going to be synced. You know, it is convenient timing for me as well, considering I started, you know, doing content not so long ago for Dokkan. So I will be trying to cover more. I think I'll start, you know, once we hit the sync and stuff, start covering like new characters. Details and stuff, even if I don't end up summoning for them or whatever, because you know I am still free to play. So I mean, we'll see how everything goes. But oh, I forgot to use this. Okay, but well, I am kind of worried, honestly, that this guy at the end is gonna get caught, but we'll see what happens. Okay, we should do a lot of damage though. Okay. Gonna go all out. See how much we do. Okay. We'll get like another health bar from AGLUI, maybe like one health bar from Blue Evolution. Well, I don't know. We might be at this for a few turns, yeah. But we are, you know, moving significantly faster with turns, so there's that. Good that the super's there. Hopefully that means 17 won't get caught at the end. Bro. He normal, that's unfortunate. Okay, we got the super though. A bit more extra damage. Yeah, it's still gonna take several turns to finish this. Hopefully this guy does not die. I don't think we actually are able to revive. I think he greatly raises his defense and supers, that's good. I also think we might be fully built up. And he still takes 108,000 normals. Yeah. Them 2023 EZAs, they hit kind of different, huh? Okay, we'll do that. And then we'll just get the orbs. And then we'll get his. We'll get 4 orbs on him, which is a lot of support, which is good. Should be able to do a lot of damage here. Okay. Hopefully we don't get caught again. That would be mighty unfortunate. If I do say so myself. Because I've done a, like I said, I can yap for a bit, but I'm about it for this session. We went through about 3 or 4 some odd different topics, so I do the game. I'm still so passionate about the game, to this day. Though I've been playing since it was like, I think I started my account like September-ish, maybe late September of what year would it have been? Oh, I don't even know. Before the 3rd anniversary. That's all I'm gonna say. Before the 3rd anniversary. I started playing before the 3rd anniversary. I know I started in like September-ish, but I don't think I, played it too much. Maybe until like a couple months before 3rd anniversary. But I've been playing this game for a while, and I just, to this day, it's just still so awesome and hype for me and stuff. So. It's very nice seeing where all it's going to this day. Let's get this active, and I haven't seen him forever.
Honestly, didn't expect it to put that much effort into slowing him down.
I do this unit's animations really age so gracefully, and you gotta love it because now that they're just like useful forever now.
I've earned the trust of a robot.
With their sort of damage reduction mechanic and stuff, they're essentially unkillable. Got to Oh, they're at 977 start of turn, huh? With that active skill buff. It is a lot of defense. I'm not silly enough to put them in slot 1 though. That would suck if we get caught. So we'll probably get like 1 attack set in from them, but no more. And I say, oh well, because I'm not about to get caught lacking. Although it looks like he wasn't in a super anyway. Yeah, okay. Well, I guess we're not going to get to see them attack, but hey. That should be the... Even forever since I've done this Dokkan event. Should be the final phase, though. Oh, wait, actually, we will get to see 1 attack from them. That's huge. 13.2 mil. Crit. Pretty good. Especially considering my only has 1 dupe. But yeah, this was a bit longer than I intended it to be, but there we go. We got the burst mode complete against the Android 17 Dokkan event. How much points did we get total? 7,110. We definitely could have got more, but not too bad overall. Definitely more than you usually get, and we still got all the missions. So, yeah, that'll do it for this one. Thank you guys for watching. I hope you enjoyed. Take care.